What's up, agents? Zer here, welcome back to the lab, and we're going to be taking a look at an add-on called the PokeCraft Dream add-on. And this is actually an add-on that I did review a while back when the very first version of the add-on actually came out. I'm a little bit late to actually reviewing this particular version, but that's not really the point. And this add-on, it adds in mobs that are basically Pokemon into the game, which is actually pretty awesome. I am not gonna lie. It's got limited features, at least as of right now, because it's still in early development. So there's not exactly a whole lot for me to go ahead and discuss. But it's still an awesome concept, I am not gonna lie. And I want to believe that you guys will agree with me as well. And this was created by either two people or two groups of people. I haven't fully figured out which of the two it is. And they are PokeCraft Dream and Red Studio. So huge shout out to the both of them. Make sure to check their links down in the description, as well as a link to go ahead and download the add-on for yourself. And also, I do want to mention, if you download the add-on, I'm sure you guys are probably aware of the fact that ad sites have been having issues recently, and this actually does use ad sites as well. So do be aware of this if you decide to download this add-on. Personally, for me, it took me half an hour to get all this stuff downloaded just because it was giving me issues. Just wanted to give you guys a fair warning, just in case you decide to download this. I'm not trying to discourage you from trying this, because this is pretty awesome. But yeah, let's actually go ahead and get into actually discussing this add-on, and we're just gonna go ahead and go down the line. I've actually got the MCPDL page up here on my other screen, so if I'm pause for a moment on the actual game itself, I do apologize, but I'm trying to read the information off to you guys. But first off, we got ourselves Bulbasaur right here, and this is actually a really awesome model. And before I go any further, every single one of these mods will naturally spawn inside of your game, so do keep this in mind. And they can also be tamed, and I will be discussing that a little bit later. Unfortunately, there is no catching or battling mechanic, at least as of yet. Again, like I said, this is in early development, so do keep that in mind. But yeah, so Bulbasaur right here, he will spawn during sunrise and sunset, and he will be found in most forest biomes, so that's actually pretty cool. And you can obviously tell he's got some custom animations and a custom model, which you're going to see with all of these Pokemon that you're going to see in just a few moments. One thing I do want to point out is that they actually do have a custom mouth animation, which I did point out the last time I covered this add-on. This is a really awesome model, I am not going to lie. Next up, we have ourselves Charmander, and Charmanders, these will spawn during the day, and they will be found on mountains and in extreme hills biomes, which actually not too bad, all things considered. And then next up, we have ourselves Pikachu, and Pikachu is actually completely brand new, at least as of this update. And they will spawn during the day and at night, and they will be found in birch and taiga forest biomes. So I'm not entirely sure what the point of that is, but obviously it's kind of limited to specific biomes inside of Minecraft itself, so I'm not going to complain too much. And I'm just looking at this model, and this is a really awesome model. They did a fantastic job on the actual tail, I am not going to lie. That is probably one of the biggest defining features about Pikachu as a Pokemon. This is the lightning bolt tail. That is an awesome model. And then next up, we have ourselves Squirrel, and I actually put him inside of this larger container because if you take a close look, he actually does have a custom swimming animation, which does make sense because technically it is a water Pokemon, so I'm not gonna lie about that. He will walk around on land, which hopefully I'll be able to show off a little bit later, but I just thought showing off this custom swimming animation would be a good thing to go ahead and do. Hey buddy, how you doing? And they will actually be found in beaches and near rivers, and they will spawn at midnight. So if you guys want to get one of these for yourself, well, you're going to have to be out in the middle of the night where all the dangerous mobs are going to end up spawning. Well, that's obviously the time they're going to spawn, but not necessarily where. But yeah, that's all the mobs that are in the game, at least as of right now. So let's go ahead and open up this barrel, and we're going to look at the rest of the stuff. And first off, we actually have some spawn eggs for all these guys, which previously when I reviewed this particular add-on, the spawn eggs did not actually exist just yet. If you wanted to spawn them in using creative mode, you had to do so using commands, which having spawn eggs is actually kind of nice. If I open this up, my creative menu, I can go ahead and show you guys that they're going to be found down here. So that's actually not too bad. So I know I have these guys in here, but I'm going to go ahead and spawn them down here, because hopefully I'll be able to show you guys their custom walking animations potentially. But if not, then I will go ahead and show you guys that we can go ahead and tame these guys, because I did mention we can go ahead and do that. So first off, we have Bamboo, and Bamboo is actually used to tame Bulbasaur, and there we go, we've got Bulbasaur tamed, and now he's just gonna go ahead and follow me around, and oh my gosh, that is so cute. His little bulb wiggles around as he follows you. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I love that. Alright, next up, we're gonna go ahead and tame Charmander, and Charmanders, apparently Charmanders will fit in this 1/2 block gap. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and tame this guy with Cole. And let's go ahead and see. Okay, there we go. He's following us around. He's got his tail wagging behind him. Not too bad, all things considered. Hey, Squirrel, how you doing? You want some lily pads? This is what you get tamed with. And oh my gosh, you took a lot of those. So yeah, there we go. We've got Squirrel following us around now. So there we go. And last but not least, go ahead and tame our Pikachu buddy over here. Let's get the whole gang going. So, oh. Well, you got tamed instantaneously. I'm not going to complain about that. And as you saw, that used glowstone, and so now I've got an entire team of Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this. I would be prepared for battle if it weren't for the fact that we can't do that just yet, which is unfortunate, but this is still awesome, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, this is a really awesome add-on, at least as of right now. I mean, it's an awesome concept to begin with, I'm not gonna lie about that. But with the limited stuff that we can do with it right now, it's a bit unfortunate there's not more in it. But again, early development for this add-on, so I'm not gonna complain too much about what we can go ahead and do. Oh my gosh, you guys are... I'm glad that I have my volume turned down at least just a little bit, because these guys are kind of annoying me a little bit. I don't know if you guys can actually hear this in editing, but hopefully you guys will be able to. And so that's actually where I'm going to go ahead and end off this particular video. So again, if you want to download this add-on for yourself, there will be a link in the description, but ad sites have been having like issues recently, so do keep this in mind. Again, not dissuading you guys from getting this, but just an important detail I want to mention. But yeah, some more ending things off. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. Remember to make sure to hit that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Zer0's. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I'll see you guys later. Oh, you guys saying goodbye too? Alright, there you go. You guys got your shout out.